Welcome to In and Out. You've seen my house already, but where we live there's lots of new building going on, and I thought I'd like to show you all that activity. There are a couple of blocks where they've demolished the houses, ready to build something new. Here you can see they've just started building some new houses. As we walk down to the shops, we go past these houses. It's interesting to watch the workmen so busy doing all the different jobs that are needed to build a house. They've built the frame of the house and finished the roof, and now they're working on adding the windows, and I suppose the walls will be next. These houses are almost complete. They have walls and doors and windows. But can you see what's missing? And the front yard is still very messy. This one looks just about finished. You can see that they've taken away the temporary fences, even put the driveway in, and now they're working on the garden. And these houses are finished, and someone's even moved in here. But when we moved into our home just over a year ago, this block was completely empty. Now you can see in this photo, the builders have dug down into the earth to reach the rock underneath, which provides something solid for them to build the foundations of the house on. They've poured the foundations from concrete and then started to build the walls of the house on top of that. The foundation is one of the most important parts of the building. If the foundation is not strong, the whole house can start to crack and fall apart. Jesus told a famous story about building houses. He said, "Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall." What's the difference between the wise and foolish man in this story? They both hear Jesus' teachings. The difference is whether they do anything about it. Now you can learn a lot of things, but none of them will be real until you make some use of them. This year I've spent time learning about electronics from this man, Paul McWhorter. I found him on YouTube, and at the end of every session he always gives me homework to do. He does that so that I use what he's taught me, and I try to work out some things for myself. And I found it's helped me to remember the lesson and then to use the idea in new and creative ways of my own. At school, when you study maths, your teacher will often give you a page of examples or problems to try out. They usually start out easier and get harder. And when you learn spelling, you often have to write out the word several times, and your teacher will test you to see whether you remember it. Because you do something, it actually helps you to remember and understand what you've been taught. And that is like the foundation of a building. So you build the house of your life on the things you actually do. That is your foundation. I found some activities you might like to do about Jesus' parable of the wise and foolish builders. Now, what are you going to do today about building your house? See you next time.